G'day guys, welcome to Occupy Mars. This is the prologue for the game, which is due to come out in 2020, but as with a lot of games, we're in the last quarter of 2020 basically now, and with things that are happening around the world, it may have been delayed, not sure. Everyone's still saying their games are coming out in 2020. Some might get pushed back, and I'm sure some will be released. Anyway, this game, it is a Mars survival game. I was kind of hoping it would incorporate a lot of things that Space Engineers has, with being able to build vehicles and cool stuff like that, and it doesn't. To be honest, it's just a survival game on Mars, and yeah, the prologue for it, it has some good things, and it also needs a lot of work. Anyway, we're going to go straight into the prologue and go from there. This is honestly my second time playing this. I tried to do show you guys the first time I played it, but the control scheme is so bad that I literally just sat here and had to Google every time I tried to do something. Just to start with, so we've got a tutorial which tells you basically we have our life support systems. Being a survival game, you need to keep an eye on your oxygen, food, water, etc. We need to get things like sleeping, and then we can produce all the resources we need to survive. We can replenish our water. So from a well, I didn't know there was fresh water on Mars, but apparently there is, instead of ice. We can get our oxygen from the Sabatier process, which is what SpaceX is going to do and test out on Mars. And we have scrubbers as well. And then we've got some basic stuff inside of our rover. Apart from that, we've got our basic movement. So V to switch your camera around from third person. Basic control movement as always. And tab opens our tablet. And F is our flashlight. So that's all pretty simple and intuitive. Until you want to try and get out of your seat. You would think to get out of your seat, you'd press E, which is the same button you use to get into your seat. After pressing every button on my keyboard, it turns out when I went to quit to go and Google how to do this really quick, it's escape.
Oxygen set.
That's not intuitive. That's absolutely terrible. I don't know what, I don't know if they're trying to set a new precedent for control setups, but escape is never get out of your seat. Escape is your options menu, which this game doesn't sort of have. Escape opens your tablet, but tab opens your tablet. So yeah. Control scheme is a shocker. Anyway, so first thing we need to do is collect some rocks. And we've got a cool little rover. We go in third person and the camera looks at the crane instead of the rover. Again, control scheme, zoom in is zoom out and zoom out is zoom in. So your scroll wheel is back to front. Moving on from that, yeah, we've got our little cool rover we drive around in. Mars looks pretty cool. And this game has some cool things. But again, it's in early access and kind of needs a bit of work. We've got our crane usage, which is a bit rough. So we've got basic controls, WSD, a left shift to operate the crane. So it says press WASD or WASD plus left shift to control the crane. It's not or. It's kind of, again, terrible control scheme. You need to use both things. It's not and or, it's you need to use both things. And then you can drop the rock by pressing shift or press E to automatically put it into our little bed, I guess you'd call it. And again, being early access, I'm kind of hoping I can test this out really quick. My controller wasn't plugged in last time. I'm really hoping I can use my controller, and I kind of can. And to be honest, it kind of feels better on a controller. I don't know how to switch to my crane, so I'm just going to use my keyboard. And yeah, it actually feels way better on a controller, except now I don't know how to use my controller, so we'll just use my keyboard. Anyway, good thing it's got some controller support. Okay, so basically what we need to do, we need to gather some resources. And after a bit of time you get better with this, but initially it's absolutely terrible. So WASD controls it, and then ZNX grabs it, whatever. And then to control the boom, normally you just use the different keyboard bindings. You might use QE, RT, whatever. This you need to press shift, and then yeah. Again, it's not the end of the world and you probably get used to it, but It's not intuitive. There's a reason all games have the same basic control scheme, because it works and people are used to it and like it. Anyway, so that's all good. So we got some resources, and now we'll keep moving along and go to our next objective, which is to pull this apart. Stop here. The game has a lot of promise and it needs a lot of work, but again, early access, and I should probably stop saying that. Next, grinding. So again, kind of like Space Engineers, basically just survival stuff. We've got our grinder, we need to equip it, press E to, and then use our left mouse button, and we can salvage and destroy this. This is where I got stuck. I was trying to get out of this seat and I just couldn't work out how to. And then there's no HUD when you're in third person. Kind of understandable, because obviously your HUD's in your helmet, but it would be nice if it could. And then we've got our door.
Set. Suit.
Now we have some basic tools. We've got water detection device, looks like. Butane torch. Our probe, which is actually a jackhammer, but it looks like a probe. And our grinder. And then we sit and grind this. Easy enough. And we picked up, looks like 2 screws from grinding that. We might have got more than that, but it said only 2 screws. Alright. Next on our thing to do is collect more rocks. Use a jackhammer to break down the large rock, basically, the ore.
Oxygen set. External.
This control here is display is really cool. You don't have a handbrake though, which is kind of concerning. So yeah, like I was kind of hoping for the whole Space Engineers thing where you could build your own like vehicles to drive around on Mars and do cool things like that. That's not this game, unfortunately. Like, you've always got Space Engineers for that, but Space Engineers kind of lacks some of the survival stuff, but then again, there's probably a mod you can just use. Anyway, we've got our jackhammer. Use it to break down the rocks into pieces we can basically lift up. We'll just park somewhere close. And then get out. You do get used to the controls pretty quick.
Suit.
Got our little jackhammer. And then we use that to break the rock. If we go into first person, we can see. And third person, we can just watch. I guess I was hyped for this when I saw it, simply because SpaceX and watching what they're doing and going to Mars is awesome, and I guess we kind of get some hype from that as well. Like, and survival games are good. Zombies are getting boring and old, but I'm so sick of fighting zombies in survival games. Are we gonna break this anytime soon? Yeah, getting there. But yeah, like SpaceX going to Mars, and there's like competitions NASA and stuff are running for people to work out how to build habitations, and you need to come up with concepts for habitations and things like that. And that was cool. So we broke it into pieces, but we definitely need to go into smaller pieces because there's no way we're lifting that. Even though Mars, God, what's the gravity on Mars? It's not 125%. I think maybe like 75%. I'm not actually sure. So maybe we could lift this rock. We need to break it into more. Yeah, I reckon one more. Break it into one more piece. Oh, goodbye. It makes no sound. Absolutely no sound. It's like a silent rock. Okay, so put this away. Nice.
Oxygen set.
Legit, first time I did this, it took me forever. I didn't know I had to break the rocks into small pieces. Dehydration detected. Let's just check that quickly. Alright, so we need some food and drink, and we've got some food and drink already stored up here. Again, this took me forever to find. Food's in our inventory. So we can go through our inventory here. We have some food, so we'll consume one food and consume our bottle of water. Food doesn't give you a lot, so probably should have eaten more than one food. We're not going to die anytime soon, so we're fine. I don't know, this definitely won't be a game for everyone. I kind of... That's a different sort of thing to do. It's fun. It's more casual and relaxing. And that rock's already is too big. This rock might not be. And was it press E to automatically put the rock away, wasn't it? Or was it Shift E? No. Okay. Help menu. No, that's not what we want. Tab? No. So tab opens your tablet, but if you sit in the seat, it's your crane controls. So we have to get out of our seat and open our tablet. And then we can go to tutorials. And crane. You can use E to automatically put the rock into the tipper. I pressed E and it didn't work. And here again? No, I pressed E and that's definitely not the right thing to do. Game. Oh my god. This game's broken. See, this is the controls. Wait, no. Why did the crane do that? Oh, I guess the crane's getting out of the way because I put this back on. I pressed E. I swear I pressed E. Okay, so back into crane controls. Now what happens if I press E? Nothing. It's okay, we can do it manually. So then... controls, you suck. Come on, I did it. It's in the thing. Why would you let me pick it up if I can't put it in the thing? Oh dear. What if I do it like here and it falls in sideways? No. Seriously? Come on, game. It's in the thing. I don't know. That's a bit rough. Maybe we go back to display space images. Why can't I lift you up now? Okay. Anyway, we'll get through this. Actually, we don't need to. We've got enough. I was going to say, we'll fill this up and then we'll go from there. But we have enough. As long as this goes in. There we go. Alright. So that's done. Now back into this. And we'll move along. Next objective, unload the trailer into the shredder. This is where I got stuck last time. And honestly, I got stuck for stupid reasons. So park the rover in the right spot. Press unload on the rover's main screen. Keep in mind, we need to power the shredder. And then once you're done unloading, use the shredder screen to print the components. And what I did, I unloaded it with the crane, thinking you use this massive crane here to unload. You don't. Frame rate is terrible, by the way. So we need to power the shredder. The shredder doesn't have enough energy. And yeah, we need 25 kilowatts. Go to the power station, reconnect the cables, and reconfigure the transformer.
Oxygen
Do
set.
this.
Suit.
How's that oxygen? Oxygen is fine. Everything's fine. So first things first, we need to reconfigure this so we power the station. However, input, output. So it's telling us we need to move a cable from inventory and put it in our hotbar. Press whatever button it is on the hotbar, and then we need to just plug it in. Now, again, and then this is telling us how to use the transformer to power. You can control your output. Next thing, this is already plugged in. This cable here at our feet runs over to the machine. Then the transformer is already plugged into the inverter, I'm guessing. Literally nothing we need to do. It's already done for us. We just need to reconfigure this. So we need to control the output. So we need to send more power to the shredder. And by doing this, we just need to crank this up a little bit to 25. But I'm guessing there's energy loss. So that should be it. Input 3 kilowatts, output 5 kilowatts. But that should have been alright. Like, we definitely don't need to plug it in. It's already plugged in. Let's just double check this really quick. Last time I just cranked it up all the way and just sent all the power. So we might need to do that again, but we'll see. Nope, that was all we needed to do. So tutorial sucks. Next, what we did was we went to semi-trailers and we told it to store the tipper, and that's not what you do, because it picks it up and puts it into there, and I thought that was how you empty it. It's not. We go, oh, wrong way. Go back inside. I guess we'll close this.
Set. External.
Jump in here, and then unload. It's a touch screen. We go into third person. It just dumps it all out. And that looks cool. But it was not what I was thinking was going to happen. Anyway. So that's emptying. We can jump out.
Oxygen.
Next, print parts required to build battery device. Use a shredder screen to print battery components. Alright, so printing. This is all new. So from here on in, we're new. Battery components. Battery pack. Select the blueprint. Search blueprints. Select the blueprint. What is a battery component? There's battery packs, containers, transformers. They all sound like battery components. Electronics sound like battery components. Small engine, glass plate, screws. Well, I'm already lost again. Help. Game. F1. Help. To print battery components. Build structures. Open your tablet. Select.
Oxygen low.
What was that noise? Alright, so tasks, main quests. Huh. This is where we get stuck. Build. Electronics. Battery, no. Airlocks, corridors, no. Resources. Battery pack. I'm going to say we need this. I'm going to press build and yeah. Let's go with that. And why can I not use you now? Game. Fuck this. Oh, it's because we've got this selected. Print. It doesn't say. Yeah, alright, let's just click battery pack. That's not battery components. You should tell me to craft a battery pack, you stupid game. Ah, okay, so add. Again, not intuitive. People who made this are in their own little world. Move printed parts from your printer container into your inventory. Note that your inventory has some parts to build solar panels. Open your tablet by pressing tab and select the structure you need to build. Place the ghost on the spot you want to build it and use a blowtorch to build it. Okay, so inventory. Did that build? Okay, it's printing. Doesn't. Okay, there's a little like bar to tell you that it's slowly printing. And it's going to take forever. Which is fair. It takes time to print glass. So, good time to go and get a drink?
Oxygen low.
Alright, and with that done, everything is now in the printer container, and we just drag it across, I believe. There is actually a quantity of how many items, but you cannot even see the number because the HUD and screen just like that's terrible. So we have everything we need, it looks like, in my player container, and then we're going to go and build a battery. Whoa, we need oxygen. Our oxygen is really low. So we'll go up here, we'll grab an oxygen bottle. Hunger hydration is all good. Just gonna use an oxygen bottle. And we're good to go. Let's close that behind us. Like, yeah, this will be fun. I think this will get old pretty quick. But for like a while and just like try and survive on Mars, it'll be fun. And give them enough time and they'll probably come up with some cool new creative things to add to the game. They need to work on their controls and things like that. So build one. I just built all this. Are you telling me I don't have enough stuff? Build, build, build. Why was that stuff red when I had the stuff in my inventory? Task. Open your task menu, press Q to track your selected tasks, and track tasks are displayed on the HUD. Plant and grow 10 potatoes. Oh yeah, we're gonna live on potatoes. We don't need to do anything with the battery, we're just gonna like leave it there. Like, you probably want to plug it in so it starts charging a giant battery. We can plug it in. I know how to. I think we know how to plug it in. Probably break something though. So open our little socket. This game kind of reminds me of that mining game. Plug in. And then to our inverter. Come on, work with me, game. Open. No. Plug in. Game. Why won't you plug in? Oh, is that an... That might be the output. Yeah, that's the output. So that was my bad. There we go. So yellow is... No, the blue is the output and the yellow is the input. Nice! We did something. And this will start charging. Good stuff. This, I'm guessing, is our Sabatier machine. No, this is a well. And a reactor. Okay, so... Well, with the addition of power source while Sabatier is connected... Okay, it turns out Mars has water underground. And you know what? It hasn't been proven that it doesn't, so I'm willing to believe that. Next, complete the mission. Let's open our tablet. Okay, open the tablet, and we have our... We're just going to do this and then probably call it a day. And wait for the full game release, and hopefully the full game release is a little bit more intuitive and everything is good. You've been sent to the crater to collect data from the local geothermal activities. Find the tab with the geothermal data. Plant and grow 10 potatoes. Charge the heavy rover. Gather 200 iron in the container. Well, let's just plant our potatoes. Plant and grow 10 potatoes. Press Q to track the mission. Wait. Did I just do that? Alright, how do we get into our little habitat? Also, I'm kind of thinking... Is that a door? The new Kerbal Space Program will have this as well. It's an airlock. Where it's got some sort of survival aspects. Not to this extent where you need oxygen and food and water.
External.
Shit. Not to this extent, but you got to build habitats and stuff like that with Kerbal, and that'll be awesome as well. I'm really looking forward to that game. It looks a lot better. So not so much of the like food and water survival, but just the general. You can build habitats and solar farms and things like that. There's also probably mods again that do that. Use the seed tool to plant seeds in the incubator. Manage the HQ and its devices from the HQ control panel. Sleep helps you pass time. When your plants grow bigger, you should replant them. Nice. Okay, where is our incubator? This is where we're going to replant them to, I think. This is a lot of wasted space. Like, if you're going to fly components to Mars, you're not going to fly a corridor to Mars with nothing in it. That seems like a terrible idea. So yeah, not really realistic there. Is this the incubator? Yeah. Okay, now our cedar. We had seen our cedar, didn't we? One? No, one's not our cedar. Inventory. Fire extinguisher. That could be fun. Planting tool. Let's throw that in our hotbar. And let's plant some potatoes. Not enough seeds. You didn't tell me about seeds. Where do I get seeds? How's our oxygen? Everything's fine. It's electronics. The whole electronics side of things is really cool. Wait, you didn't tell me I need to get seeds. How do I get seeds? Electronics. Aluminium plates. Okay, tutorial. And grinding, shredding, cable management, CO2 scrubber, power management, growing food. Potato crayons require approximately 12 hours to incubate. Okay. Growing food. Use the cedar tool, manage. Okay, I need to find the HQ device. This is not the HQ device, is it? No, it's just a CO2 scrubber. Nice. These are all dead ends. The whole, yeah, the electronic side of things is cool. Is this the HQ device? This is the HQ device. Okay, so this is where you control like powers and outputs. But that doesn't help me with my seed problem. Seed problem. Open. Well, let's just go upstairs. If there's no seeds upstairs, we're just going to call it a day. Because otherwise it's going to take me an hour to find seeds. That's our bed. We don't want to use that. That's our little science thingy.
Low carbohydrates.
Well, I know I'm hungry. I've had some seeds. I could probably eat them. Or go outside and get some. Actually, I've got food. So, eat a few food. I don't know where to get seeds. Oh, okay, so I need to get ready to move out. I'm going to run out of food supplies, so I better spend some potatoes in case I need to stay here for longer. There should be everything I need in the hab. I should also double check on the heavy rover if I cannot go... If I cannot go out of juice in the middle of the road. So double check on the heavy rover. Oh, it cannot go out of juice on the heavy road. What? Terrible! Oh my god. Where are my damn seeds? Tutorial, work with me. Planting tool, move, split, drop. Die. Okay, so one last thing I'll check. There's no seeds here. There's no seeds here. Okay, there's no seeds here. There's no seeds there. Let's open this. It's our bathroom. Nice. Definitely no seeds in there. Couple more places to check really quick. Okay. Processed food. No, this is our another bedroom. Seeds, a rhombus cube, no. Electronics, no. Okay, what did I call that? A rocket? A torch? It's not what you normally find in a bedroom that looks like that. Damn it, give me my seeds. What else we got? Open. No. More electronics. This guy, whoever made this, really loves the electronics. He sucks at making tutorials though.
Oxygen set.
I'm just gonna go and check in the rover really quick. See if there's seeds. Expected temperature drop in 1 hour. Okay, let's look really quick. Inventory. No. It's a cupboard. We've got...
Dehydration detected.
No. Okay, I'm gonna drink another bottle of water really quick. Running out of time. I just want my seeds. Why do you gotta hide them from me, man? No, open. More electronics. I'm guessing electronics are all gonna fail and break and you gotta run around repairing things. Which again, is part of survival and that's really cool. Printing. Can I print seeds? Electronics airlock. This is dumb to want to print seeds, but I'm running out of ideas. Grout? Interesting. No. One more quick look inside. I really want to do this and like complete my little tutorial, but it's just not happening. I think we looked at most things here. Jump up here. Nail a little light on. Okay, we'll just play with this one more time just in case there's like something. So, what is 5? What is 5 in an inventory? Seed manager. Seriously? No, I've already pulled that out. That was what I was using, wasn't it? Oh my god, I was using the wrong thing. Son of a bitch. I hit the wrong button. Okay, that was my bad. You gave me seeds. I screwed up. Okay, do we close this now and turn it and let it do its thing? Plants are withering. Well, we planted our potatoes. I'm gonna go up. You know what? I'm just gonna go to my bed and sleep. I can't believe I ran around for 15 minutes looking for that. It's just okay. Why does the grinder and the seed thing look identical? This is literally the same thing. I just didn't plug the seed. I put the right thing on. I just didn't plug the seed thing into it, and I don't know how to do that anyway. Not intuitive. Shitty. Sleep. Sleep until 8. You don't have enough oxygen to sleep that many hours. Okay. Sleep until 6. You don't have enough oxygen. Why not? Sleep until 4. Come on, game. Wait, what's the time? Game time is 1900. So let's sleep until... I need to... What did they say? 12 hours. I need to sleep until... What's that? Like 19 hours. So 4 is... So 0... Like midnight is 4. And then we need to sleep another 6. We need to sleep until 6. But we need to get oxygen. And there's no oxygen inside our habitat for whatever reason. We're also freezing to death inside of our own habitat. So we need to go and get an oxygen thing really quick. Again, this is part of survival, so this is fine.
Set. Suit.
I don't know why our habitat doesn't have oxygen though. How are we going for time? It's already been 30 minutes. It's alright, we can cut some of this walking around blindly out of it and make it reasonable. That was not oxygen, that was water. Okay, we have a full thing of oxygen and I can just sleep in my rover if I close the door.
Oxygen set. External.
Okay, sleep until 6. We'll probably get 1 extra hour actually, because then we'll definitely have 12. And that's cool. Looks nice. Why is, like, plants are withering. Plants are close to withering. Why are my plants
Oxygen
withering?
set. Suit.
I probably needed to turn it on and power it through the game thing, the little HUD thingy. Which, yeah, my bad again. And I think it told me I needed to do that. In here.
Oxygen set. External.
Freezing to death inside our own building again. And our plants didn't grow because I didn't do this. And resources. This. And then supply. It looks like it had what it needed. Demand, it had that. Supply, demand, supply. Potato seeding. Do I put you in here now? The plant is withered. So it's dead. Plant is withered. Okay, well, that's dead. Can I just drop this crap? There you go. For whatever reason, this wasn't turned on. Isn't turned on. Didn't work. Again, this isn't intuitive. This should work. There should be a button to turn on. There should be something to tell you. Not you need to... Whatever. Anyway, I'm done. Yeah, this game kind of has some, like, hope, I guess. There's a lot of cool things you can get to survive on Mars. It just needs a lot of work and time. So we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, and we'll probably come back when this game gets released in early access after maybe a month or two. I might look at it when it gets released. And then if it gets better later on, I might come back and play again just because it's cool and different. And SpaceX is cool, and going to Mars is awesome. And that's it. So thank you, and I'll catch you guys at some stage in the future.